Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Mouthpiece Sports and King Mighty King. I'm Ted King, the guru and double OG of boxing. And today we'll be talking about the Frank Martin and Shukur Stevens fight that didn't happen. And here's the reason why. Okay? You guys gonna love this one. All right, back again. Now, can we agree that boxing is a business that every fighter pretty much is his own CEO? They may have people giving them advice. They may have promoters, etc. They have to pay all of these guys, by the way. And these guys, well, everybody's getting paid. Okay, how they distribute the money, it varies from situation to situation. But let's keep this, kind of on the principle of a fighter making his money and then of course distributing it to his trainers, his handlers, etc. People who he has in his entourage that are working for him or her. Okay, so let's look at this situation. Now, we got Frank Martin and Shukur Stevens who were talking about fighting. They say that the fight's not necessarily over with as far as the negotiation. Now, I don't know, because what I do is I depend on other sources to get my information from, and then I analyze the situation and how it's playing itself out. And I fill in the blanks. Let you all know what's going on. And anytime you have a guy, a fighter, right, who says, I don't want to fight this guy, or his people, or his management, in this case, we have Bob Arum, top-ranked boxing promoter, and we have, Frank Martin is handled under the Earl Spence Jr. banner. And so we have the two promoters of two principles in terms of how they're promoting their fighters coming together and saying, we're going to make the fight or not. And if we're going to make the fight, this is what we want. Well, there's a thing called outpricing, right? For example, if a person says, you know what, I got a car I want to sell. I really want to keep the car. I know I got a for sale sign on it. It says it's for sale. But you know what? I know the car is worth $20,000, but I'm going to be asking for $50,000. And if the fool takes it, oh well, okay. But the car is only worth what it's worth, even if you're going to give me more. But I want you to tell me no, because I don't want to sell it. And that's what's pretty much going on with this Shukur Stevenson versus Frank Martin fight situation. Because let me tell you something right now, and you listen to me, because I know what I'm talking about. That Frank Martin, he's got as much skill as Shukur Stevenson, okay? As much, okay? But the difference between Shukur Stevenson and him is that Frank Martin might be a little bit more of a dog in there. Okay? See, because that's how you know greatness. You don't know greatness when greatness is beating up on somebody. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, he dropped him. You don't know. It's bam, 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 bam. When you get dropped, when greatness gets dropped and gets back up. Okay? And then maybe greatness gets shook and then overcomes that and wins the fight. That's when you know greatness. Or if greatness loses and comes back and wins the next time out. You see, that's what greatness is. Okay? All this winning stuff, you can't determine that, by greatness by that. You determine greatness by what greatness does after the defeat, okay? After defeat, what does greatness do? That's how you determine. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, all those who are listening to me, all that's following my channel, and I'm telling you, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, okay, for a reason. That Frank Martin is the better fighter. And he'll beat Shukur Stevenson, okay? Now, it might, I'm not going to say that it won't go the distance. I'm not saying that, okay? And of course, once it gets in the hands of the judges, you just don't know, because you're always going to have an A side and a B side, and that's when you just don't know. And so you have to take the position of, just taking your man out. Don't take it to the scorecard. So we all know that as well. So that's the take on the Shukur Stevenson, Frank Martin debacle, or potential debacle, because it's going to deprive us as fight fans a tremendous fight. Okay, so let me just say this. Shukur Stevenson is the ring general of the lightweight division, and here's why. You'll see Shukur Stevenson in more rings after a fight calling out a fighter than anybody in boxing. But you have never seen him, for example, when you have a car for sale but you don't want to sell it, you never go out into places where you can find a buyer. For example, Shukur Stevenson, you have never seen him go into a ring calling out Frank the Ghost Martin. Never. With that being said, like, comment, share, and I want to know what you think about this situation with these fighters when they don't want the fight. What do they do? They price themselves out. Make a comment, tell me what you think, and I'll see you on the next one. Share the video. Take care. I'm Ted King.